Hi, my solar plexus chakra trainers. Got my yellow pillow. I was making a little video, sending a little love. And I'd like to send some love to you. I'd like to just send a little message. Let's go. 82. Here we go. My beautiful daughter gave this to me on Mother's Day several years ago. Here it is today, perfectly timed. Be generous in the giving of yourself, even if it's just for a moment. You could be the person who makes all the difference. Ah, that's so great. That's so great, because I just said to my beautiful son Luke, who, the name Luke means light. So here we are in the yellow, and that's very Luke. And he's the one who's the drummer that I spoke about. So I had just said to Luke, I really feel like I'd like to make one more video in the solar plexus. I don't quite feel complete, but I'm a pusher. And Luke said, yeah, I know, Mom, I'm the same. I get it. And I'm like, I just don't feel like I'm ready to go up to the heart yet. And he gave me a great example. Yeah, well, when I'm doing English, I feel like, oh, it's hard to close that and open up to math. I get it. This is the energy and the connection. So we're gonna do just a little set of a few yoga poses, and I'm gonna ask you to always consider going to your just enough edge. So what works for you, I'll show you a few modifications, but I want us to get on the ground here. We've done the stretches, you've done the opening up into your solar plexus, we've done the sit-ups. Now I want you to consider this. I want you to just follow my flow, and then I'll do it slower. But when we're here, to slide and come out, and I'm on my tips of my toes, and my hands are pointed with my V for my fingers, making this nice little V. Really can claw down. And so here in this plank pose, here is just enough, but really even considering 2 breaths up, 2 breaths down. If that's too much, come on your knees. You can put your feet crossed this way. I've been working on my feet all day here, so they're a little dirty. I'm getting my workout in, and you can just pump up and down, up and down. And then noticing the rolling back and down. So instead of this, shoulders back and down. This is not the best alpha for you to be able to see, so it's good for me to just describe. Shoulders not here, shoulders rolling back and down. So my solar plexus is fired. My shoulders are shooting down like wings. I might come up here, I might be here. Taking a break at any point, reaching back. Always able to come to child's pose, and then begin again. So this is a variation I'd like you to work on. And then from this place, when we have our hands, you can even, if you need to use just fists down, if your wrists are not strong enough or they get sore, that happens to me. Or if you'd like just to kind of stretch a little bit, but having this nice support, we're gonna come up into downward facing dog. And once again, we're turning in our armpits. Yes, and it's up to you. As you're in your dog, you can attempt to put your feet down and do a little walk. But here is your downward dog. Keeping your neck down and tucked, pushing down the ground, and just utilizing both parts of that energy center. Hands pushing, feet pushing, and then what's happening in our center? Really igniting and finding this space. So from that place when we're in the downward dog, I want you to just lift up. We'll do the right foot here and then just right in front. And here you go. I want you to see my feet in this place. So, we're just shifting a little bit. And here you go. So you came from downward dog, coming up. This is a little disjointed, but because I want you to just start practicing each of the poses yourself. And so instead of their foot here, you just turn your foot 90 degrees. I'm actually going to come off the mat so you can see. And then we like to keep our knee right over our ankle. We don't want to go too far over our toes. Holding our core. And then as we're here, we can just stretch it out into our warrior pose. This is warrior 2. You can swing your arm up, turning your foot with you. Warrior 1, armpits here. Here you go. Just showing you the different poses. Firing up, firing up. Then when you would like to come out, stretch that bow, come on back out, really finding the solar plexus center. And then lean all the way back, all the way back. Reverse warrior. Stretching the sides here. Then you might want to reach all the way to your neighbor's house. Come right back down. You can have prop here. You can hold your shin, your knee, your ankle, the ground. And then again, stretching that bow, opening up your heart, opening up your solar plexus, keeping the alignment. Your head not here, not here. Really keeping, really starting to notice. Notice these spaces. Now take a deep breath in. Here you are, triangle pose. Bring your hand up. Wiggle, 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 hold, hold. And then come on back down. These are all the options for you. And then to come out, bend your knee. Maybe you come back again. Reverse warrior. Straighten that leg, straighten that knee. Really expand. Reverse triangle. So now we can do it all on the other side. Practice this. These are poses for us to be in our power source. So you have these bits. Come on back down. Just start finding your own flow. I make yoga flow videos. We can do that. But here I want you to start connecting. I feel so lopsided. So when we're done, I'm going to do the other side. Because I can really feel this expansion here and I'm compressed here. So I will switch that. But here we have these poses that I just sent. So you're starting to connect the dots with how we're expanding and moving through. And there's many more wonderful books I can reference for you. I love Anna Judith's Chakra Yoga. There's a whole series in this. And here, in the bits that we've done, I'd like you to consider one more bit. Now here we are. We come back, we have our plank pose, and with the plank, we really follow our shoulders. We consider how we want to do this. And I want you to just start considering, would I like to do some push-ups? Would I like to incorporate that? Or maybe you push down and then you come back up. And you go slowly down and then you go back up. And in no time, you'll be finding these push-ups are here for you. But now that we're all the way down, I want you to roll your shoulders back and down, firing down the back, opening up, really considering how we come into stretching that solar plexus. And from this place, I want you to come back down. Put your hands right here on your face. We're gonna do some more of these. But here in this, I want you to consider stretching all the way out and lifting up. Here we go, we lift up, lifting our hands, lifting our toes. Oh, and coming back down. Practice a few of those techniques, a few of those tips. And then start putting your own flow together. And now I'd like us just to consider one more bit. And take your feet here. Hello, foot. Hello, other foot. And we can just stretch up. Stretch and bow. Really considering holding your knees together, not overextending here. And stretching. Oh, shoulders back and down. And then surrendering back to the ground. Slowly coming up. We have this Sphinx. And then we can come all the way up and extend our solar plexus. This is a little add-on. I know that some of my trainees, they want to get a little cardio workout in. And actually, I'm going to come back up here. And you can just end the video here and I share namaste with you. Or you can watch me do the other side. And in the other side, creating the up, coming down with the flow, coming out into downward facing dog, and I just lift up my left side. I follow my knee through. I take my fingertips, firing up, pushing the ground, using my foot that's facing the back of the wall, armpits up. I fire my source. I come up, I turn my foot, the foot facing the outside wall, 90 degrees. I stretch that arrow, front, back. And I turn that knee out, but I make sure my knee does not go over the tip of my toe. Ah, yes, warrior. And I come here. Here we have warrior one, warrior two. I love to go right up the side of my body. Reach. I've got my knee bent in the left. I'm reaching up to the sky. Reverse warrior. And I love to come out. And I love to say, let's shake hands. Shake all the way till I surrender down. I grab that bow and I reach to the sky and I really work on opening up my upper body. Hold my head in alignment. Head firing, hand firing, opening up. Maybe you want to come right here. Maybe you have your look, I'll use my pillow. Your prop here. Because the goal is to get that nice extension. Nice. And I'm pretty tight. So when I come down here, I feel like I'm coming out of alignment. We don't want that. But I slowly come up. Everything's engaged. I reach back again. Reverse. Then I love to take my leg, stretch straight. Up. Reverse warrior. And there we have it. Now this here is for you. These are ways in which you're just going to keep expanding. You're going to keep expanding that sunshine light. And here you go. I've shared with you, I work out and I do a lot of cardio. But in doing this work, really we activate the fire. And I have not left this little bitty mat. And I feel that I have just really exchanged deep oxygenation with my own self. I feel connected to the crown. I feel connected into the ground. I feel the expansion outside of my fiery heart and solar plex. I'm pushing my knees on the ground even now, and I'm expanding my crown to the ceiling, and I'm finding more fire for me first. And in this last bit, I'd like to say this. And my corgi is okay. He's barking outside. I want you to know he's all right. Luke's going to get him. I'd like to say this to you. In the third chakra, it's an important part of boundaries. And so I'm not saying, shh, mine, but I have. But now we've worked through the right to our own needs and the need for duality and to be seen in the other. But when we climb the ladder to the solar plexus, here in this place, we are at choice for what we are stepping forward towards. And maybe at times it might feel that we're not at choice, but in each place, we do have choice. I want you to start thinking, am I starting from a choice of, I feel guilty, I have to, I don't want to, and let's come back in and say, I get to. So today I felt, I don't have a great flow going on right now to do a quick yoga series, but I really want a little bit more. It didn't feel right to that complete self. And then I realized I get to choose how in which I want to operate this work for me to you. And I liked giving you these slow bits. Rewind, look at it. Start learning. Oh, I could make my own yoga flow. I could come up with what feels right for me. I'm understanding how this expansion is working. Pushing off the ground, pulling up my crown, expanding, utilizing my power source. Not too much, not too little. Don't mind me, but you'll notice this. When you start activating, you really can feel we're getting the gunk out, right? We are moving out the blocks. And that locked charge and the neuromuscular locks, we have great little spots that loves to get stuck, but now you're gonna notice. I sense this, I feel this. Let me slow down. What is it I need? And so here in this place, I feel like we got these bits out. You have enough to practice. I feel just right. And I feel very grateful because I really appreciated this chance to get some of that fire up for me, really, so we can come up to the heart next. And I'm really, really grateful to be able to share in this work with you and to have this skill set. You know, when I bring yoga into the work, I really bring yoga not as much in the asanas, which are the poses, but in the me to you place, from my heart to your heart, expanding and utilizing our body so we can activate really releasing block charge in our nervous system, moving more bits for ourselves, for our respiration, utilizing our skin cells so they can do what they need to do to help digest what we need, release what we don't, our excretory system. Really noticing when we talk about the adrenals here and the over-depleted, over, out. For me, I came off a heavy call not that long ago, a lot of grief work I was just doing, and I could feel that I needed to just move, have a little boundary of the power for myself. So not the boundary of out, no one gets in, but of what's right for me, what I can bring out, and what I'm ready to do next. What I get to do next. The just right choice for my life's purpose. And for me, that's, I help people. It's as simple as that can be. And in all those, I help people, 3 words in the third chakra. It's a lifetime of gratitude. And I am so fortunate. And in this yoga piece, to quiet the fluctuations of our mind, well, I have learned a lot of tricks that way. But as we get to the mat, I look to great yogis who have taught me so much about body movement and posture, and I will always refer you there. And for me here, what I can share with you is I have always enjoyed movement. And I am not saying that in every place I have all of the movements down, but I know that as long as we keep moving, we keep grooving, whether we're seated in a chair and we're doing these stretches, whether we're on our ball, whether we're laying in bed, finding the ways in which we can do the pose, and then coming to that downward dog and the child's pose to counteract. so we can flex and then we can bend. And if we feel we're collapsing, we can rise, we can shine, we can get what we need by asking for a little help. I've enjoyed this so much. Push on your solar plexus on your feet, massage your hands, look to the charts I've given you. You'll find the places when we look at the hands in the same space as our body, right in this bridge, right here. All of our organs, right here. Just keep reaching out, pressing in, surrendering, holding on, letting go, and above all else, please keep beginning again. Namaste.